little bit better. Yeah, it got me a wider view. Alright, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, I had to come out and redo this. Yeah, I'm doing it in widescreen. I like the way that looked better. Stay up. I might have a fish too. I was afraid it was gonna snap, but I got him in. It's a big boy too. This is a big one. Well, in my eyes, it's big. Let me get the hook out of it first. He's definitely recording that. Look at this side of this baby here. He got some weight to him. It's a big one. It is a big one. Easily about 5-pound catfish. Maybe even more, but look at that. I want to see y'all see this in the light. See that in the light. It's pretty big. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. I felt the weight of that one. I felt the weight of that one. He was about good, I'm gonna say, from the weight of it, probably about a good 10 pounds. I thought 5, but then I started to think about it. He was a lot heavier. That was a nice sized catfish. Hopefully I catch more. thought the line was going to pop because he was so much weight. I was like, it's going to be hard to get him over that water. It's going to be hard because I figured he might break my line. But he didn't. He didn't break the line at all. He was strong enough and held up. But I was worried. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off and redo it. There's a good chance the line is kind of weak. Get all that bad stuff off. He had some weight to him. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely had weight to him. The sun thawed these out some more. And that was a pretty good one. If you're just joining the live, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I did catch one nice sized catfish. It's a good size. Very big. About good, I'm gonna say 10 pounds, 8 to 10 pounds, I don't know for sure. But once I started to pick him up, I realized he did have a lot more weight. He was fat. His head was about that wide. He was a pretty big one. See what else I catch. got me again. They keep stealing my bait. We get to wait and see what happens. Wait and see what happens. But earlier I caught a big one. Pretty big. He was fat too, had a fat head. Probably about that long. But his head was like really fat like that. But you go back to earlier in the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I put it on wide screen because I wanted to be able to see more. But I'll end up clipping this short out later. That way you can see it. Y'all can see it in the short if you don't see the whole video. Tomorrow. Y'all can see the little ducks. There's some ducks in the water. I see out here hunting too. Ducks are out there fishing too. Y'all know I like to show these videos of these ships coming through. Man, look at that. They ain't got no cargo on it. But there's a big coming through. What's up, Split Mind Media? They ain't got no cargo on it. But there's something coming through. What's going on, brother? Yeah, I caught a nice big one. I don't know if you saw it or not, but about that big. Head-wise, cat was there. It's about a good 10 pounds. I'm out here chilling. Hey, just for real, how you doing? God bless you. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Appreciate it. Just leggy like. Yeah, I caught a nice sized cat. As y'all can see, I wanted this in widescreen. I didn't want that small screen no more. So that's why I shut down the other live. I wanted to do it in widescreen. You can see better. Of course, you know when you're on YouTube, the stroll up screen is, you know, people are on it more. I don't care. I wanted to see a widescreen. I realized it looks a lot better. You can see more. You get more visual. That's why I twisted the widescreen. I like it. Look at that ship coming through. It ain't got no cargo on there. But maybe it's going to pick up some cargo and come back. I only caught one fish. But it was a good one. It was a big one. Of course, I think that the tide factors in too. It's not real high, but it's pretty high. I've seen it higher. But that's usually when you see the ship starting to move through. You start to see a lot more ships coming through while it's high tide. There's another ship and stuff over there on New Jersey side. I don't know, they just sitting there. Then there's some other boats and stuff up that way. But earlier I was getting a whole lot of activity. Then it slowed down here now. Make sure y'all tapping that like button. Yeah, the activity slowed down some. But I caught one big one. Not like me doing, so I gotta always keep bringing it in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel for those that are there. Tonight we got Fire on Fridays. What I am going to do is I'm going to limit the shows that I have on YouTube, because I think I was doing too much too. Almost every single night I was doing another show. So I think I'm going to keep it simple. My Sunday show I'm going to keep going, which is, man, I missed that car. Keep doing that. I'm going to keep doing Fire on Fridays. And I'm going to keep doing Philly Talk. Those might be my regular shows. I might add in another one, but I was doing a lot. Put a lot of work into this. So I'm going to probably limit it to maybe just them 3. Maybe throw in another one. And then my random stuff, like what I do random. And I'm going to stick to that. And then keep putting out my shorts, like I always do. But it's a lot. And it's a lot to do YouTube. I get it. It is a lot. I put a lot of work into this. Massive amounts. Was it worth it? Yeah. Not for the money wise. It definitely wasn't worth it for that. But when you come across people you never knew, you never met, you start to build, you know, outside relationships, reaching people from state to state, getting to know people on that scale, different walks of life, different aspects of life, from different places. That's what makes it worth it. And I use like here's the thing, I use a lot of top to bottom and no products, top to bottom organics. And I mean, eventually we'll see how that goes if they want to bring the show back in at some point. I never, we stopped it for them to do what they're doing outside, but we still run the advertisement. But with their product, I use a body wash today. I use a coconut butter cream custard. I use a what I call Afro Magic, but it's herbal cream, something for your hair. Can't never remember the name. You think I would by now, but I just don't. I buy candles from them. I get car air fresheners from them. Which they're not really just for your car. It's basically designed for like maybe a 10 foot by 10 foot space or smaller. But man, I think they make great product. They're right here in America. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to soon place me another order because I'm on my last bottle of body wash. I bought 3 bottles the last time, so I'm on my last bottle of body wash. So I'm gonna have to probably eventually start to order more. Some of my stuff is dwindling down. I got plenty of the car stuff, so I'm gonna be alright for a while. Sometimes I'll sell it here and there. Somebody want one just for them to test it. I love it. I love their product. The fact that I was able to get from them what I wanted. That's why they got my business too. And I just think overall they're good people. You get to know them. They're good people. Me as a customer, they kind of spoiled me. To some extent, not real advice. You know, I mean, just, you know, being able to call a company up and ask them something specific. And I guess a little bit out of appreciation because I do advertise, I do promote their business. But not because they told me to or asked me to, it's because I like their product. And I think it's good. Like the candles that I had some big candles and that I burned through already. And we cleaned them out. And the candles the bowls are very elegant looking bowls. We cleaned them out and now my cats eat their cat food out of them. So I got 2 white ones, one I use the water in, and then I got the black one and the white one for the food so they don't have to eat out the same bowl. My cats are very funny about that. I mean, they'll eat out the same bowl, but that way they have their own individual bowl. But what's funny about it, I needed something that has some weight because they have a tendency to want to knock the bowls over. That stopped all of that. I mean, they did knock it over once, but I don't have that problem like I did before. They were just bang, bang, bang. Now, because of the candles, the glass that they're made out of, it was weighted enough that I don't have to deal with that, them knocking it over so much. But the other thing I didn't take into consideration until recently was because they're made out of glass and you put water in them, the cats seem to like the water better because I don't know if you ever own cats, but if you leave some cats, if you leave your toilet bowl open, they have a tendency to want to go in there and lick the water. I don't know why. But I do know why. It's because the ceramic makes the water a little cooler, I guess. So the fact that it's a glass bowl and it's heavy, they seem to be drinking the water better because I guess it keeps the water, makes the water feel a little colder, I guess. I don't know. It looks like activity slowed down out here. Either that or the crabs ate my food already. Either that or the crabs ate my food already. Well, it was definitely the crabs ate my food already. Definitely the crab ate my food already. But that's all good. I said, as y'all know, it don't take long before they start chewing up your food. Make sure y'all smashing the like button. Smash that subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. That's all good. Caught one earlier. Nice big one. Go back. As soon as I restarted the live, ended up not long after that pulling a nice size one. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Welcome to the Ron's Opinion Don't Matter Fishing Edition. Let's see if we can get another one. Let's see if we can get another. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Fight on Fridays, which is tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Make sure y'all come back for that. I haven't actually done any digging for stuff, but I might end up reiterating something that happened a little while back. But it all depends on what Fattatula comes up with. He might have something he want to get into. And we don't communicate about the show prior to the show. If it's something that he does, he wants to introduce, we do. Sometimes I have stuff that I want to introduce, but we try not to communicate about the show because we don't want to influence the opinion by each other. We want his opinion, where it pops up in his head at the moment, and I want my opinion, what pops up in my head at the moment. And we might be flat out wrong. Who knows? But that's the beauty of shows like that, is that being able to sit and have a discussion about something, even if you don't agree, wholeheartedly agree. But there's sometimes we've changed. I mean, we've changed our adjustment, we adjusted our thought patterns. But sometimes we can be hard-headed on our stance. And that's okay. That is 100% okay. That's the beauty of the show. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, appreciate it. But when I come out here from now on, I'm going to do my channel in widescreen. I like it better. I used to do it this way, but when you have it the other way, you get a lot more activity, but I don't care about that. I like the widescreen, so I'm going to go back to doing all my stuff. But the other one, you can do it in both. I like the widescreen better. So I'm going to stick to what I do. That's why I shut the other live down. Plus, it gives you a better, bigger look of what's out here. It just does. And hopefully I catch something. But it don't take long for them crab to go to work. Next thing you know, my food is gone. But the wind. I usually try to be out here for about 2 hours. I don't even know how much time in this one. That's crazy. Oh yeah, 36. I've been out here. This live been a half an hour. And I was already here for about an hour. Earlier it was really popular. Now it died. I had a moment where it was just, I was going back and forth, throwing the line back out there. It wasn't hooking, but they was biting. Now it's just quiet. Now the crabs are just eating again. They're eating it now. Some small fish or crab. My hooks are big hooks, so I don't want those fish. Small ones gonna just sit there eating and take their food. I always want something of size. Their mouth is big enough. You still once in a blue pull out a small one, but that's not what I want. Yeah, but the crab are eating them. I see my little rods hitting little small tacks. That's usually the crab. Sometimes I pull them in though. Sometimes I pull in crab. My fishing season, I got probably about a month left. I'm hoping that I catch the striper run coming back. But we'll see. And I got maybe about a month left before the fishing season kind of comes to an end. Right here anyway. I'm not saying you can't come out here and fish. Just for me. My season to end. I probably won't start coming back out here until the next summer. Yeah, that bait's going, both of them. I think the crab ate them already. Another thing I try to do when I'm out here fishing is try to keep throwing a line in the same spot all the time. In hopes that it draws the fish to that spot. And hopefully it creates activity in that spot. That they want to keep coming back to that spot. Somewhere near that spot. Not exactly, but I try to toss my line in the same place. I just seen a big fish just swim there. Almost, it looked like he was chasing my line. I rarely ever see him come to the surface of the water, but it was a big one. I wish he would have bit under it, but I don't know if he was just passing through. But man, he was a good size. Water current, the tide is starting to move out too, so it's going to be hard to keep the line where I was normally at because it's going to start pulling my line. Yeah, I don't know. I see chats, but I can't see the chat go away on the screen. Alright, Ant like the bug. What's going on, yo? I ain't even had the chat up, man. That's why I couldn't see what everybody was saying. Yeah, I noticed that it was going away. Because I got it in widescreen, but it's all good. You need a shark? Yeah, alright. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, Ant. I would love to get out here and fight with a shark. But I ain't bringing him on land. I'm not bringing him on land. I record the shark on water. And once I bring him close enough to get the recording in the water, then I'm cutting the line. Yeah, I cut that. I'm gonna cut it right there. Yeah, I don't know why it's not leaving the chat up. Keeps going away, but whatever. See something. I usually don't be out here doing it on widescreen. I like the way it looked better. And now on the upright position gives you a lot more activity, but I like this widescreen better. But yeah, I'll get the shark and I'll bring him close. And once I get video that I caught the shark, while he in that water, he going that line gonna get cut. I ain't bring no shark on there. You see them shark? I ain't trying to do that. Like I watch a lot of fishing. So one time I'm watching the fishing. Now I ain't doing that. I know what you're talking about. You flip them upside down. But my thing is this, I ain't doing that neither. Let me tell you what I do. I remember one time I watch a lot of fishing shows, right? And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I want to fight with a swordfish so badly. Like I really want to fight with a swordfish. But there was this one show I was watching where the swordfish swimming, they pulls the swordfish on the boat, but he's swinging his sword like this, and it went inside the mouth of the fisherman. Like literally went inside his mouth. At that moment, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to bring him on the boat neither. That's why I watch it. Because I watch some of the stuff that happens, and I be like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, I would love to be one of them marlins or swordfish or whatever and be fighting with them. I mean, they get big. Same thing with a bluefin tuna. I would love to be able to go out there and fish for a bluefin tuna. Now, that I'll bring on water. I'll bring on the boat because it ain't got no sword. But, yeah, I'm not doing that part. That part with that thing, nah, I'm good. Like, I'll fight with him, but once while they got him in the water, take video camera, all right, kill a line, let him go. Like earlier, I caught a nice sized catfish. Like I said, he was probably about 10 pounds. But if you're a person that ever getting fishing, when that fish got some weight to it, you feel it. And this is the part, and sometimes people don't realize. If you get something really big on your line and you got to fight it in the water, it's going to make your arms burn. Like, I ain't had that type of fight yet, where it was so big that I was fighting with it for hours. Where it's like more of a test of endurance to see if you can endure how long it, you know, like, because sometimes fish, you gotta wait for them to really tire out. So I think in some sense it's a test of endurance. So for me, I love the fight. I love the fight, and that's the adrenaline part for me, is catching something of a nice size and fighting to land it. Of course, it's gonna go back, but earlier in this video, once it's finished uploading, I'm gonna clip a short. I'm gonna clip a short out and put it out. But that fish was about 10 pounds. Yeah, he could have. But again, this is why I enjoy fishing. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Appreciate it. Go ahead and tap that like button for a brother. Appreciate it. How y'all doing? And make sure y'all follow Ant Like the Bug. Go follow Split Mind Media. Fattatula, top to bottom organics, product that I use all the time. Out the pit. And a lot of the ones that we follow each other's channel, support each other, there's a lot of them. Join the YouTube family. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it. I know that my other line is empty. I gotta check them. Yeah, it's empty. They eating it. And for those that are on the live, if you don't follow or watch my channel, just so y'all know, I fish with shrimp. I fish with shrimp, but these crab be tearing them up. But earlier in the day, I was on another live and I shut it down because I wanted to do it this way. But sorry y'all, I'm trying to look at this other line, see if it's jumping. But it don't take long for these crab to go to work. Oh yeah, make sure y'all like. Hopefully I can catch another one. But again, you're on. Oh yeah, I can see the comment, but that's what I'm using for bait. And my theory is, I don't like using fake bait because either the fish going to eat, even though I don't take the fish home and feed them. I mean, eat them. In rare cases I have. Either the fish is going to eat, or I'm going to eat. And I think it's an eat fair trade. So if they get my food, they get to eat. I don't like using fake stuff. The other thing is, if anybody there out there on the live, if you got a business, something that you do, and you're looking for a means of advertising, reach out to us, and we'll figure out a way to create you a less than 30-second commercial. And although I don't have a big, large channel, we can create a commercial for you, and we allow you to advertise on our channel on OG Network, Ron's Opinion Don't Matter, for a very, very small monthly fee. Listen, a very, very small monthly fee. You can advertise on one of the shows that we do live, and actually on my channel, monthly wise. And if you need a commercial created, we have a team of people that know how to create commercials for you. You can reach out to them, and once you get a finished product and you're okay with that, they'll send a commercial to me, and then we can negotiate a small, when I say small fee, I can't say exactly, but when I say it is extremely affordable, it will be extremely affordable. So you'll have a chance, if you got a small online business, restaurant, store, whatever, and you're looking for a way to advertise, you can advertise over here. We're opening up the door for that, and I'll keep talking about it down the road. I got some details I want to get into, but for a small monthly fee, and that way you get, to help grow your business on a small end till you're able to afford to use the bigger places. But you gotta start somewhere, and here is where you can start. Here's where you can start. How y'all doing? Make sure y'all smashing that like button. Smashing that subscribe button. And make sure y'all come in later on at 7 o'clock p.m. for Fire on Friday. Oh, I'm not fishing for anything in particular. It's the size of the fish that matters. I want a bigger fish. I just do it for the fight of the fish. I just fish, so everything I fish for, most of the time it goes back. In some rare cases, I've taken them home. Honestly, that fish I had earlier, which is a good sized catfish, probably should have took him home, but I didn't. Okay, something hit my line now, but it's probably gone. Small fish be hitting it. I don't want them. Like, it's hitting it now. The line is jumping, but the bait's probably going by now. I don't know. It's still hitting it. Yeah, they probably took the bait at this point. They didn't get it all. They didn't get it all, but I'm gonna throw it back out there. But if you can see, they bit it. But they didn't get all of it. I'm gonna throw this back out there. Yeah, the tide is going out right now. So I'm losing the current is going out. So you're gonna see the lines are starting to get. Starting to get activity again, which is what I like. They back working again. I'm good with this. This is what I like. I like it when they make me work. Get it. Come on. Yeah, this is what I like. I like it when they make me work. They starting to get busy again. It was dead for a little while, but it picked up again. Hopefully I get something. Yeah, they coming back to work. First I wasn't getting nothing for a while. It was quiet. And they starting to hit the lines again. Trying to get my opportunity to pull something in. Yeah, they really like they're going to work, bro. Make sure y'all smashing that like button, smash that subscribe button. Appreciate it very much. They're actually going to work. I ain't starting. All of a sudden, it just picked up. And that line, this the one that's this way. I'm gonna say it's probably empty already. Cause I seen when I was up there, I seen it going. So I'm assuming that it's empty already. Whatever it was took my bait. It is what it is. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time before I yank it in and redo it. See that one that's just jumped again. It's probably small fish. They're not gonna hook on there. In some rare cases, yeah, but they mouths are so small, these hooks are big. I don't want them. So they're gonna be more just kind of nibbling and stealing at your bait. And then the crabs are stealing your bait. But every once in a while you get one that got a big enough mouth and come and he grabs it. And they're the ones that you usually hook. But that one's probably gone now. Actually, both of them might be gone by now. It don't take long. Got some, but they didn't get it all. Just they left the tail in. But it's alright. Little fish going to work. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. Fish going to work, bro. Jack me for my bait again. But I love it. Keeping me busy. It's a good exercise. You're not a person that fish, you understand. You won't understand. But it is actually good exercise. And if you've never been fishing before, it's peaceful. It's a beautiful moment. I love it. You've never been fishing before, you should go. I mean, it's not for everybody because everybody don't have this level of patience. But you've never been fishing before, you might want to try it once or twice. Yeah, they done already took the other bait over there. That line's jumping now. That line is jumping already. Again, it's some small fish, which can be annoying at times. But they the ones that's hitting it. And you'll get a big one come through. And he'll swallow up everything. That one's almost empty already. I'm trying to wait it out a little longer because I think I might be pulling them in too fast. It's too, but it is what it is. I mean, I see it moving a little bit. That means they're still nibbling at it. You gotta be like, here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. What I'm talking about, hold up. Oh. I know y'all in there chatting back and forth, but after a while the chat fades away when you do it this way. But hold on, let me see. What did I miss? You're probably calling me stupid and dumb. Yeah, they still a lot of bait. But I just think it's fair. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm out here fishing. I think you should use real food. The fish should get some type of food for their efforts. And if they happen to get hooked, you know, you got food. I just think it's fair. So I know that people bait, you know, they fish with fake bait. I get it. I just don't agree with it. I feel like you should have worms, real food, some type of real food. That way they get to eat. If they can steal your food, or you can catch them and get them as food. But that's just my thing. Yeah. Yeah. They're on that one now. You know what else I've pulled out of this water before? Which is weird, clams. I never thought that they had them in there, but I had pulled clams out of this water. Alright, finally. This is a striper bass. Got him in. But I think there's something else on my other line. I want to hurry up and get him back in the water. Because they don't survive very long out of the water. So I want to hurry up and get him out of here. And get him back in the water as soon as possible. Because they don't survive very long out of the water. Come on, buddy. Chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out. Sorry about that. They don't survive very long under water. Something else hit that other line, but it got off. I ain't had a chance to set the hook, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna cast this one back out there. There's two on the day, one cat, one striper bass. It was a small one though, but still was a fish. Make sure y'all smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Appreciate it very much. Wasn't nothing big, but it was small, but it was a fish. But those are the little ones that be tearing up your food. I said I wanted to bring in a striper bass. I just wish it was bigger than that. If it was a bigger one, I'd have kept it. It went home with me and that'd have been dinner. Well, you never know. Still might get one. Yeah, that's why I say I use shrimp and it pretty much catches everything. Trying to catch up with the chat, see what y'all was talking about. I can't really see it. Because some of the glare from the sun, when I go to bring it up, I can't really see it. But y'all keep chatting away. Hopefully I catch another fish. I want something bigger. But I've been out here for a little while. That's the second one. But I didn't want it, like the bass, the striper bass. You're not really supposed to keep them when they're that small. And I don't. But That's what I mean by those little fish. Some rare cases you'll hook them, but that's not what I want to hook. I want something bigger. Now my line over here is jumping now. The other one, not so much. But again, you just never know. But that's what I mean by you just never know with these fish. Sometimes you'll catch something small and something hitting that line again. They'll keep stealing my bait. And little mouths keep eating it, and eating it. Which is cool. And then the one over here, it might already be empty. But I'm gonna give it a few more minutes before I pull them in. But they've been active. It died down for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it picked up again. I told y'all, and I ran through a lot of bait, and as y'all can see, I took another one. Ran through a lot of bait, and this is why I use shrimp. Probably I've been gonna use all this up before I'm done here, so I don't have that much left over. So they'll probably run through this little bit I got left over in the next 20 minutes. Hopefully I can grab a fish with some of this. So there's only 2 of them today, but it's cool. I got a nice size one and I have a small striper bass. If I get this big size striper bass, he going home. It has to be big. Hitting that line now. They're nibbling at it. Hopefully y'all can see it a little bit, but they're nibbling at it. Yep, that's what they're doing. It's funny, they usually be gone by now, but they're still working it. They just tell me how small the fish are when it takes that long for that to go. It's just a bunch of small fish. I got 6 more before it's all over. Now I went through all my bait. And then I'll shut the live down. Yeah, see there, look at that. This is all that's left. They've been nibbling at the whole thing. That was all that's left off of that. But it's all good. What's up, Chits for Real? Make sure y'all smashing that like button. Smashing the subscribe button. I'm gonna try to bring the hook out just slightly out of the side of it and hope that it'll bite it, but these fish aren't dumb. Then again, they might be. As y'all can see, let's took some more. I'm down to 4 more casts and it's over. This is number. I got 4 more after this. And I went through all my bait. Like I said before, what I usually try to do is I try to keep casting in the same area. When I'm fishing, I try to send it in the same spot. It seems to work better. Doesn't guarantee you're going to get one, but it just seems to work better to keep throwing in the same. Try to throw it near the same spot or in the same spot. You're hitting that line already. It ain't hooked, but something's hitting it. And it's the small fish again. But I don't want them. I want some bigger. I want some bigger, man. I want a bigger fish. You don't want a small fish, you want a bigger fish. Man, they hitting both lines. Both of the lines are jumping. But they just stealing my bait. And they probably took both of them at the same time. That's bull crap. Told y'all, look at it. That's how fast they take that bait. Down to 3 casts. This is the last. Got my last 3 pieces of bait for the ship to sink before it's over with. Probably still ain't gonna catch nothing. But we'll see. Keep trying. Yep, nothing. Got 3 more shrimp left. See what I can do with the last 3. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Oh, let me bring one more in. And they're hitting that line. Hitting that line a little bit. Yeah, they still in it again.
hitting it. That's surprising that it's bouncing that much. It usually be gone by now. So that ain't really small. Them fish are really small. Still was a decent amount left on there. See what happens with that before I pull it in and change it. There's a ship coming through being pushed by a tugboat. Whatever that is. Make sure y'all smashing the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Of course, for more fishing and other things. Make sure y'all check out tonight's show, Fight on Fridays. Sunday, man, I missed that car. When we talk about cars that we missed, it extends beyond that. But that's just the title of the show. Is man, I missed that car. We invite people in for that show. You actually have to be live, and you have to, for you to be able to talk about the car you own, you wish you never got rid of, you miss. But we also incorporated some bad experiences with cars. But that's what the show ultimately is about. So a vehicle that you had in your lifetime, that you own, whether it's old, new, might have been a car you borrowed from somebody, and they no longer have it, you wish you got it. But all the way across the board. And that includes, I don't think I had to say this, but trucks, vehicles in general, all sorts of vehicles. Heck, it might be a jet ski. Who knows? Say, man, I miss that jet ski. We got 3 more baits left, and then the show is over. a little bit left on here, and they still got low. But again, no crabs. I got one more after this, and I'm done. The other thing is the water current is starting to go out. That means the water levels are dropping. They probably done dropped about 4 feet since I've been here. Since it started going out. Not when I first started, but it's starting to lower. So we'll see. I got one more cast after this, and then I'm done. Make sure y'all smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and also put that notification button on. That way you get notified every time we put out a video. 7 o'clock p.m. tonight. We have fire on Fridays. Sunday at 12 o'clock noon. We'll have the show Man, I Missed That Car. And then Monday, we'll have Philly Talk at 7 o'clock p.m. All these are Eastern Standard Times, where we talk about our experiences in Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia. Sometimes we bring in guests from the city of Philadelphia that are doing amazing, wonderful things. And then beyond that, you know, sometimes even if there's somebody that might have lived in Philly, grew up in Philly, but they're no longer there. But you understand. Hold up. There's another striper bass, just so y'all know. It's a little fish. I don't want these little fish, but it is what it is. Trying to hurry up and get him off of here. Don't really want them. But striper bass, he can ready to go back because I don't want him to die. Yeah, as y'all can see, they out here. That's the second one I caught today. They're not big, but I hear they're good eating. Well, I had them before I ate them. I say, yeah, I heard it. I had striper bass before, a long time ago, but I ate one. But that's the second one. One big catfish, 2 striper bass. And this is my last shrimp. Alright, that's all going. I got one last, once I pull these lines in, if there's nothing on there, there's nothing left. Throw this in the trash. Yeah, there was a little bit left on there. I'm gonna let that rock out. But it's the last, that's it. All the bait is gone. When these empty out, there's nothing left. One of my fishing rods, I gotta fix it. I see something on it need to be repaired. Make sure y'all smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Appreciate it. Yeah, a little warm now. It's not real hot, but the shade help. This shade thing helps a whole lot. Actually, this is almost 2 hours too. It's almost perfectly timed. Hitting that line. Actually, they're hitting both. There's one right down. And there's two right there. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all very, very much. Like, subscribe. And I'm out of here. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Peace.